Hi, how's everyone doing out there? This is Marcus Thomas, Yellow Nation Motivation, and I just wanted to discuss something that I read yesterday, and it was basically about being tired is not an excuse. You're tired, but you keep pushing anyway. So the title for today is Tired, but Keep Pushing, you know, because being tired, yeah, it does account for some things in life, but it doesn't account for you slowing down. So, see, at times we get tired and we all know it's going to come. But I think in that we forget that we have to keep pushing even through our fatigue. You know, see, if you get tired and you stop pushing, you can lose ground and become, like an iceberg, which takes 2 steps forward, but then takes 3 steps back. So we have to watch that. We have to watch that excuse of I'm tired so I can go a little bit easier on myself today. No, every day. So, cuz see, at times we can forget our own power because we get stuck in fatigue, you know. And I believe that, God gives us things under our power, but we don't recognize it at times. Either through, you get too tired. You ever got too tired and you start getting delusional? It's kind of like that, see, and when it's yours, when it's your life, when it's your goal, when it's your dream, see, and because it's yours, that means you have to be ready to fight for it, you know. See, and tired, as we all know, is not just a physical thing, you know. I think the most dangerous portion of being tired is when you're mentally tired, you know, because when you're mentally tired, you can kind of forget the overall purpose and goal of what you're doing, So, what I think we need to do is learn how to wait, fight, and create, all while we're tired, you know. But it was a really good story in the Bible. I'm not absolutely sure where I read it at, but they were talking about how people were waiting, and one by one, they all fell asleep, and not just the foolish people, See, so tired comes to the privileged and the underprivileged, all the same, So we don't have any excuses. And just because you're in a better financial situation does not give you any advantage when it comes to being tired. So see, we all look at some things and say, I'm tired or I'm this or I'm that. But you got to keep going because, see, I believe, you're going to be tired when you're in a fight. Okay, and you started this fight when you decided you wanted to do something with your life, or you wanted to help someone, or you wanted to do something worthwhile with this time you have on this earth. I think you're going to have to expect to be tired sometimes and not look for a break just because I've been working hard doesn't give me an excuse to go any less harder today than I did yesterday, so because I think when you want something, tired starts to compound interest over time, but that doesn't mean that you can ease up or quit, see, because once you start believing that things are going to change for you in your life and truly begin to work, stuff is going to happen, good and bad, and you just have to take it all as I'm moving forward, so I like this out of the Bible where he was saying, those that wait upon the Lord will renew thy spirit, and your strength, that we shall mount upon wings like eagles, that we shall run and not be tired, we will be weary, that we shall walk, but yet we won't faint, so see, you have to have resilience when you're chasing after your dreams. And sometimes the hardest part is having the ability to wait. patience to me is one of the hardest abilities to learn and maintain. You know, okay, so back to the story. There's in some place, yet they all fell asleep. So at that point, you're not able to tell who's who. You know, the geniuses from whoever, or the rich or from the poor, intelligent or not. You know, but see where you will be when these things that you're waiting on finally shows up means can mean the difference between you achieving your goals or not. So it's like the only thing that I feel like separates people in certain levels of intelligence is how you respond to the challenges that you encounter in life. I don't think books ultimately matter. See, because most people are controlled by fear and the opinions of others. And usually it's the people that you value in your life that will limit you. The people that you respect in your life will be the ones that kind of can kill your dreams if you're not careful. Because your dreams are yours, you got to nurture them. But at one point or another, you might share them with people, and usually people you respect. And because of their limited view of success, they may say, you can't do that, or they may want you to lower your expectations for them. And if you're not careful, you will accept that and you will live by that, and you'll start saying, I agree, when you shouldn't. Remember, you're your biggest fan. You are your own hero. You want a hero, you go look in the mirror. But what I think is that we all have to slow down sometimes and imagine, what would our life be like if we just stopped worrying about what everybody thought about us? What if we threw out our fears and just got up every day and said, I'm going to do one thing today that's going to make me tomorrow say thank you, So just imagine if you only focused on the task and how you're going to get there, and not really so much the how, but why you want to get there, So can you imagine if we just lived our life with a little bit more courage? And courage to me is something that comes from the heart, and I think that's why you hear a lot of people always say, follow your heart in life, because that's where the courage is going to come from. See, it takes courage to live and to keep pushing forward through tough times. That takes a lot of courage. See, you have to have courage to love yourself, even if nobody else does. See, it takes courage to be who you are. Waiting is hard. Sometimes that is the hardest part. And only productive people can get tired, yet they keep pushing. See, you gotta do what feels right to you and not what seems right to others. I don't care what your situation says. I don't care what you think you're going through. What do you think? I don't care what your bank account says. What do you say? Because a lot of the time I like a smaller group of people around me, because that means we're all more like-minded. It's like, my godfather used to say, I would rather have 4 quarters than 1,000 pennies, So it's like, how does that saying go where, a coward dies 1,000 deaths, but the brave only die one? See, and that doesn't mean that you gonna go through life without no fear, or you're not gonna get tired of waiting. It means that you experience these things, yet you push on anyway. See, we're all gonna die one day. And if you're not careful, you will let your dreams die with you. And even worse, maybe even while you still alive. And let's be honest, that sounds a lot worse than dying, don't it? Than dying before you even get to live, or being alive, but not really. That's all I got for today. I just want to say, if you're fatigued and you're moving forward in life, keep pushing. Don't stop. I know you're tired, but the greater the battle, the sweeter the victory. Thank you for listening. This has been Marcus Thomas, Yellow Nation Motivation. I'm always looking for topics, so if you have something you want to discuss you think will be good, let me know. I love you all, and let's go be great.